back to the Glycogen Cycling channel. We got another race views today, and today we are going to be talking about the Doral Cycling Classic. That's just kind of what I'm calling it. There's not really an official name, but it's part of the Vuelta a Miami club thing. I don't know. You can look it up on the website. But yeah, this is just a 4-corner crit, super wide open turns. The course that's very similar to it, if anyone's ever done the Gateway Cup, day one of Gateway Cup, this is almost exactly like that course. Super nice pavement, wide open turns, fast. You don't really have to ever, hit the brakes or even, you could pedal through every turn. So as always, we're going to start with a complete full lap. And I actually kind of messed up on my clip-in, like Cat 3 style, at the beginning of this race, and ended up in the way back, but I was able to move up pretty easily. And again, on these wide open courses, your starting position doesn't really matter because, there's plenty of room to move up and plenty of time too. It was a 55-minute race. I think we only did like 50 minutes actually. So pretty short for a P12 crit, but that being said, there was still some fireworks, as you're going to see at the end. Some people on Reddit were actually kind of upset that I didn't show the winning move in the vlog, and I named it, he attacked us at 37 miles per hour. Well, I talked to the guy who made the winning move, Mr. Watson. You can check him out on YouTube and Instagram. He's over there on the right side of the road, actually, just now. But I actually got the winning footage from him. Unfortunately, it was kind of not as clear as I would hope, but he posted on Instagram and just pulled it from there. So long story short, got the footage, and you're going to see it in a few minutes. But yeah, that's a full lap. Nothing super exciting happened on the first lap, but, we're going to start to get in some moves in a couple seconds here. So yeah, here we are, lap 2. And like I was saying, here's Mr. Watson right in front of me. He's got the Golden Factor bike. Super strong guy. I ride with him in Naples all the time, so I know he's like the guy to watch. The problem is I didn't watch him, so it's like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just trying to ride my own race. I was on his wheel for like the first couple laps, but after that, I just like kind of lost him, and I was going with a couple moves and everything was being pulled back, so I just assumed it was just going to come down to a sprint. Bad decision on my part, because as you'll see, he lit it up, and they still, like 3 guys were able to stay away, which is pretty crazy on a fast course like this, if you think about it. So the front stretch, which we're about to turn into right now, had a really strong headwind, and that made for some kind of interesting tactics, because the back stretch, we're going like 30 at like 100 watts, so it's really easy to pick it up to like 35, which is exactly how the winning move was made. So we're about to turn on to the back stretch right now. This was kind of a little move going on, and then some guys like sat up and made a little gap, and it was really weird. And then the guys in front sat up, so it's like, I don't know, they weren't super committed, I guess, especially on lap 3, which makes sense. And here's the team that won Amino Rip. So I know those guys are all super strong, so I need to watch them, because they were riding like a team really, really well. They'd have one guy up front, and then two or three guys behind that would recover, and then as soon as one guy would be done, he would lift up his hand and the other guy would come up. So now we have a move of 3 going. I'm by myself. I'm not pulling this back, so these guys can duke it out. And 3 guys have been in front of me and no one else was coming around, so I'm like, all right, time to shut this down. See if I can get up here maybe. And I kind of got like stuck behind this amino rip guy. You can see he's got his hand up saying he needs help, and I was gonna go around on his right, but then he kind of went to the right, so I just had to hit the brakes and kind of lost this move at that point. So and there goes Mr. Watson up to that move, and then I'm just gonna try to slot back in here, but didn't end up being super threatening, but I did have to do a little bit more work than I should have. Basically, the trick on these crits is to just, like, you know, conserve as much energy as you can and go with only one move that's the correct move, basically. And on these super fast courses, it's really hard to hold, you know, over 30 miles per hour with like 3 or 4 guys, where the field can just do that consistently. So it's if a breakaway happens on these fast courses, it's usually towards the end of the race, which is what I've noticed. And here's kind of where the crucial moment of this race happens. So you can see this amino rip guy, he was calling for help, and he's saying, there's a move off the front, come up here and help me, I'm dead. And you're going to see in a second, Mr. Watson's going to come up on the right-hand side, just like really sneakily. You'll see him right there on the right. So he's going, and at this moment, this is where he attacks and makes the winning move. So I'm kind of at the back, and you can see our speed is a lot slower. Again, we're in this headwind section right now, but he just, you know, goes off the front and takes advantage of that slow speed and just launches it. So he's going to make a left turn right now into the top section of the course. And then once he makes another left, he ends up bringing it up to 37 miles per hour, he said, and just leaving everyone in the dust. You can see it's like super strung out right now. And, you know, when it does that, it's usually a sign that there's an attack up front. So that's one way to know how, you know, if you're in the back of the course, you can't really see if there's moves up front, but what you can tell by just the speed and how long the group is. So when we're really strung out like all straight in a line, you're going usually pretty fast, and that's usually because there's an attack and guys are trying to chase that down. So right now we're, you know, picking it up to 33 miles per hour, but like I said, the winning move is going about 37. I think he said he held like 550 watts for 5 minutes to make this move, something crazy. So, you know, we're picking it up right there. Everyone's in a single line. But what was really strange about this was as soon as we come around to the front stretch of the course, which is the headwind section, and you're going to see this in a second, basically everyone sits up. So you know how I was saying, like, when everyone's in a straight line, you're going super fast, there's usually an attack. But usually when everyone sits up like they are right now and drop their speed like dramatically, it usually, you know, 8 times out of 10 means they pulled that breakaway back and now everyone's just kind of recovering a bit. But what's interesting about this is they were still off the front. So everyone basically just gave up is what I'm assuming. And because of that, I didn't really know there was a breakaway until about now with 2 to go. I didn't know anyone was off the front. It was really kind of annoying, to be honest. I was like kind of upset that they were off the front, and I'm like, wait, what? How did that even happen? So yeah, we're gonna fast forward a bit right here, and coming into, you know, the last lap, I was kind of not on the best, or not. I didn't have the best position. This guy kind of tried to pull this one guy back that's trying to bridge up there, and again, coming into 1 to go, we're not going fast enough to pull this back. So everyone just gave up basically. And I'm sitting third wheel now, and, you know, 1 to go. So I'm prepared that they're about to come around me, but again, you know, I wasn't saving as much energy as I possibly could. And another thing is, you saw that car on the left. there was a lot of cars that just like wound up on this course somehow. I don't know exactly how that was happening. But yeah, we have a little elbow rub in here. And overall, I wasn't feeling too terrible at my position right now. But then I kind of started getting boxed in a little bit. And guys were coming around on my left and right, which, you know, made me give up a couple positions. But on this bottom section of the course, I was able to make up a few spots. But again, you know, we're sprinting for 4th basically right now. So it's not that important, and not that, you know, it's not worth it to risk it really for 4th. But yeah, here I was able to make up a few spots. We have guys swinging all over the course, and that's kind of, you know, sometimes that's when crashes happen, when everyone's changing their lane. And then we come around here and we have the sprint into the headwind coming up, and you're gonna see there's like it was kind of sketchy, not gonna lie. This one guy in front of me, I'm pretty sure he rubbed wheels. You're gonna see in a second. I have to completely get off my line. I was in this draft, and he, like, that guy on the right hand side, so I have to come around those guys, and now I'm in, you know, straight headwind by myself. So that was the race. I think I finished 12th, so not the best, but not the worst either. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you liked that attack footage that I got, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate that. And also subscribe, because we have new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I'd love to hear you. I'd love to hear you in the comments. Thanks for watching.